Hey, it's Ashley Journeys, and today I'm going to be discussing an anime I'm watching now. It's a new anime that they're updating every week, and it's subtitled. So, if you're not a fan of subtitles, you probably are going to wait until next year when the dub comes out, the English dub or whatever. So, it's called Akudama Drive, and I also was trying out this Netflix anime that just dropped, and it's called Zeus's Blood or something like that. And I was like, it's so funny because I grew up on anime. I started watching anime since I was like 7 or 8. And usually when you say that to people, they'll be like, okay, so what anime you watch? Well, I started watching Yu Yu Hakusho, then I started watching Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon is an anime, y'all. It is an anime. And I was also watching, I watched Zatch Bell. I watched the one where he's a detective. I think it's called Detective something something. I watched Shin-Chan. I watched Evangelion. Just stuff I can remember off the top of my head. Gundam Seed, Escaflowne, Inuyasha, all that jazz. So, yes, okay. I am very used to the Japanese animation setup. That being said, usually in Japanese animation, when they present a character with grayish blue skin, like in Trinity Blood or something like that, and white hair, and eyes that could turn red and stuff like that, we don't have them just only in a demon role or like a antagonist role. We have them in hero roles too. So I was like, it was so uncomfortable for me to watch the Zeus one because they were like regular looking people, could be the gods in disguise, and gods don't have full snow white hair and silvery eyes that turn red or something like that. And I'm just like, that's something I like. So you just lost me, okay? Whereas in Akudama Drive, they have a character with white hair, cutthroat, and he has his bob. He's so adorable. I think he's cute, but he's cute, but he's not the white fox deity from I think it's called Oh My Gosh something. I'm gonna actually put the title of that in down here somewhere, the text of that that anime, in which it does have a manga, but that anime. So it made me feel so bad about me always crushing on guys with white hair and red eyes or magenta eyes and all that stuff. I had to go back to watch this show over, and then when I found Akudama Drive, I was like, I feel even better. And then other people on Twitter have been saying that they like this cutthroat character, they think he's cute, all that stuff. Now I'm not gonna say I feel like he's, like I'm super attracted to. I just think he's cute, and I think that I'm tired also of, in the typical westernized cartoons and stuff, there's always a typical trope of what is bad, who is bad and who's good. Like, I like that the Japanese animation, they mix it up. So you can't say, I know for sure, like, that these villains are gonna always be these villains, and the villains are always gonna have this look. Like, because in different situations, villains look different. they are not going to always have, oh, if they have brown hair, white hair, and red eyes, they're bad. Like, how many people like Inuyasha and Shishomaru find it lackluster that the Zeus's blood just doesn't do that? It doesn't have like a 360 or 3D look at the characters' behaviors, going more in depth with what's going on with the villains. Like, we get a fleshed out map of the ups and downs of the heroes, but we don't really get too much of a fleshed out map and how the villains' perspective is, and because you know there's two sides to the story and then there's the truth. So I just feel like it's so lopsided that I don't get to get the villains' perspective on the war that they had with the Greek gods and all that stuff. And maybe that's just how they wrote it and stuff. I don't really keep up with Greek gods stuff. I don't keep up with that stuff like that, and I'm not going to look deep into it, but I'm not going to keep watching that show either. I went to like up to like episode 5, and I skipped around. So I went from episode 1, and I was like, oh, it's kind of boring. And then I went to, it was boring. Then I went to episode 5, and I was like, yeah, it's still boring to me. So I'm not going to be watching that show again. But I'm going to keep watching Akudama Drive because it has elements of surprise in it. Like when the swindler ended up, okay, so it enters the scene where you see a guy on a motorcycle. He's cool. And his code name is Courier. And then he has like this cold-hearted, Itachi vibe. Itachi from Naruto. He's very cold-hearted, very closed off, just trying to get the business done. That's cool. That's hot. So you're like, that's hot. And then when she comes across the whole team, the dread guy, his name is Brawler. He's crazy, but you're like, wait, these muscles. So anyways, I just like that there's a lot of hot guys. The guys that I like to look at on this show. I'm a very simple girl in this way. When it comes to my anime, the guys gotta be hot and the plot gotta be thick. So I'm gonna keep watching this.